Step 1 is bar tape. If the bar is wrapped already, remove the bar tape until the shifter/brake clamp is fully exposed. Step 2, removing the shifter/brake from the bars. By hand, roll the hood cover up the shifter/brake assembly. The goal here is to expose both the 5mm shifter brake mounting bolt and the cover plate screws on the side. Using your 5mm hex key, unthread the shifter/brake mounting bolt from the clamp on the bar. A quick tip, if you're struggling to access the cover plate screws, you can slide the hood cover back and completely off the shifter/brake assembly. This can make the rest of the installation easier. Step 3, remove cover plate. Using your Phillips screwdriver, remove the 3 screws. 2 of them are located on the inboard side of the shifter/brake body, and the third is on top. Place all 3 screws aside until assembly. You can now remove the cover plate and also set it aside for assembly. Step 4, disconnect the cable. If you're converting a 2x shifter, you'll need to pull the cable out completely. This step is not required if you have a 1x lever. Step 5, remove mounting pin. Using your number 1 Phillips screwdriver, remove the screw on the outboard side of the lever body that holds the mounting pin into the lever body. With that screw removed, you can now slide the mounting pin out of the shifter/brake body. If you have a 1x setup, then it's fairly easy to slide the pin out with your fingers. If you're converting a 2x setup, accessing the pin is a little bit trickier. You can use a SRAM hydraulic brake barb and thread it into the end of the mounting pin 1 turn. Then, use that barb as a handle to pull the pin out. A careful pick tool can also be used to coax it out. Once the pin is removed, you can take the shifter assembly and set it aside. Step 6, install dropper lever assembly. Remove the packaging twine holding the unit together, and keeping the 2 pieces and bushing together, place the tang of the spring into the same groove on the lever body. Ensure there's tension in the spring. It should be pulled clockwise to preload it. With that spring tang sitting in the groove, position the lever assembly so that you can push the mounting rod back into place through the center of the dropper lever. Once it's fully inserted, thread the set screw back into place. Step 7, install and tension cable. First, pull the cable and housing through the hood cover. You can then pull the cable through the shift cable port in the shifter/brake assembly. Ensuring the housing ferrule is snug to its seat, run the cable under and around the set bolt. Using your T25, tighten the bolt down onto the cable. Actuate the lever and check how much slack you have in your cable. If there's slack in the cable, loosen the T25 cable set bolt, pull the cable taut, and retighten the bolt. Once you have set the cable, you can make smaller adjustments to cable tension using the 2mm hex cable tension adjustment screw. Cable tension adjustment. You can make small adjustments to cable tension using the 2mm hex cable tension adjustment screw. Turning it clockwise will increase cable tension. Turning it counterclockwise will decrease cable tension. Step 8. Install cover plate and hood. Fit the cover plate back onto the shifter/brake assembly. Using your number 1 Phillips screwdriver, thread the 3 screws back into place. Be sure not to over-tighten these screws as they thread into plastic, so they just need to be snugged up, no more. If you took the shifter/brake hood completely off in step 2, now is the time to fit it back onto the assembly. Step 9. Position and install lever to mounting clamp. With the shifter/brake reassembled, you can now thread it back onto the mounting clamp on the bar using your 5mm hex key. Tighten until almost snug, then adjust the shifter/brake position to match the other shifter/brake. Once positioned correctly, tighten the mounting bolt to the manufacturer's specified torque. We recommend checking your handlebar max torque spec before tightening. SRAM Apex 11 speed specs a 7 Nm torque. Step 10. Check function. With the lever tightened up to the bar, now is the best time to test the cable tension and the reach positioning of your new dropper lever, making the final adjustments before use. Congratulations, you've completed the 1-Up drop bar paddle remote installation. You can now wrap the bars and hit the rocky roads. If you're having any problems, please first double check that you've correctly followed each of the steps listed. If you're still having trouble, please shoot us an email at support@oneupcomponents.com for help. Please be sure to include a detailed description of the issue, and photos are often very helpful.